Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. And today I have a recipe for you to consider for your Easter dinner. It's really simple, using a box of Jiffy corn muffin mix and a few other ingredients. And it's instead of just having corn on the menu, this is a corn casserole that's kind of like a soft, like a pudding. It doesn't cut in squares like a cornbread. It does if it's cold and set up, but when it's hot, you just spoon it out. And I thought that it would be a nice treat to go along with ham and mashed potatoes. And so I thought that I would just share that recipe with you now. Okay, so let's get started on this Jiffy corn casserole. We're going to need 2 eggs, and I have already beat them up just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and get them put into my bowl here, and I'm going to whisk them up just a little bit more. Okay, to this, I'm going to add 1/2 cup or 1 stick of melted butter. Now, I put that in my pan that I'm going to bake this in, and it calls for an 8x8 or a 9x9. I've got a really pretty little vintage Pyrex dish that is springy colored, and that's what I'm going to be using. And so to the 2 eggs, you add 1/2 cup of butter, and you just incorporate those together. And then you're going to need a cup of sour cream, and I'm going to pour that right in there. And I'm just going to give those a little bit of a mix before we add our next ingredients. I hope everybody is planning to have a nice Easter with family. We're supposed to have beautiful weather. This will be the first time that little Howie can actually get down and hunt Easter eggs, and so we're looking forward to having a little bit of fun with him on Sunday afternoon, and we'll try to film a little bit of it and have Cheyenne put a short clip on there, hopefully. The next thing that we're going to add is 1 can of whole kernel corn, drained. And I might not have gotten a big enough bowl. I'm really bad about doing that. That mixed in there a little bit. If it all goes in here, it's going to be a close call. I debated that when I got my bowl down to use. I kind of thought that this might not be the right size bowl. Okay guys, mid-recipe I had to change bowls, and so the next ingredient that we're going to add is 1 can of cream style corn. And I'm going to add 1 box of Jiffy cornmeal mix. Now, there's other brands at the grocery store. You might not have Jiffy where you're at, but you need 8.5 ounces of some kind of cornmeal mix. Now, I also have a recipe for a homemade version that you can keep stocked on your shelf, and I need to make a new batch of that and a new batch of baking mix. I've ran through those this winter, and I need to make some more. and get it on the shelf. So you can do that as well. And so you get this all mixed together, and you're just going to pour it up in your pan. Now, you can add shredded cheese to this if you want to. You could add chopped green chilies, and I normally do that, but with our Easter dinner, I don't think I'm going to add the chopped green chilies. I think I'm just going to make a simple corn casserole. You could add bacon. You could add bell peppers, green and red bell peppers, different things just to make it uniquely yours. And so this is what it looks like before we pour it up in the pan. I'm gonna bring my little pretty vintage Pyrex dish here, and I'm gonna pour this up. And I'm going to bake this in a 350 degree oven for about 45 minutes. Now, most of the time when I bake these, and you'll see it when it gets done, most of the time when I bake it and it's baked all the way through, it will crack just a little bit, but it's very tasty. Now, I've taken this to church before in a square pan, and inevitably whomever's working in the kitchen that day and preparing, getting stuff ready for the dinner, they'll slice it, try to slice it like pieces of cornbread, and it's better if you just put a spoon in it and just let it be you know, like a corn pudding, something on those lines. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and when it's done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. The corn casserole is finished. You can see that it rose above, pretty up above the top of the pan, and it's browned nicely. And you can see that it did crack, and I told you that most of the time that I make this, it cracks. But I'll just show you the texture of it by cutting into this corner over here, and what the texture of it is. You can see that it is a casserole. It's not set up cornbread. It's soft, and you get the pieces of corn and the peppers. When you put peppers in it, that's really nice as well. I really enjoy that, but I chose to just have the recipe as it's written for our Easter dinner tomorrow. So guys, I hope this is something that you guys will consider for your Easter table. And until next time, guys, this is Josie. I love you guys. I really do. Keep looking well to the ways of your household. Until next time, we're gone.